What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We've got an awesome, crazy day ahead of us here. So we are really busy. Hey, look at LAZ's little trick there. Got our BMW up and ripping, 2020 Silverado up and ripping. So we have a private track rental today, and we were doing something with a bunch of gentlemen from my church. A lot of these guys are veterans and first responders, and we're really pumped to do this. Kind of our first time getting our feet wet, assembling an event like this. So we're really excited. Got Major Favors all up and looking good. Got my boys cleaning up these cars. And Uncle Sam. Definitely looking forward to doing a lot of stuff here today with this. Somebody was supposed to bring in Rodney from down at the Freedom Factory. Totally forgot to bring him in here, and what we're going to be doing. So George had to go down, grab him from the Freedom Factory, which puts us way behind. However, we got a lot to take care of. So we got a diff. We got LAZ's truck back up and together. So we got the Circle D converter in there. We got our big throttle body and our new transmission. LAZ wants to run this tonight. I've got to be able to tune this, and we want to see what kind of power he's picked up. So we're hoping he picked up somewhere in the neighborhood of 30-35 wheel horsepower.
We're gonna do the trans in this thing and hopefully remedy any issues that I've been having. I want to do some health checks on this thing. I'm gonna drop the diff fluid, see if I got any chunks in there floating around, what it looks like, if I need to take care of anything now. I'm gonna be doing a few things. I want to add some power to this thing, and I want to go after George. He hasn't beat me in a race yet, but I know his truck is faster. So I gotta keep ahead of that while I'm ahead. Then drop the fluids, transfer case, oil, everything underneath maintenance-wise. Got a little bit of a front brake upgrade. Got a little surprise on the transmission. I think we're gonna get a little bit more boost. Might be a little bit more than we want to see. I think George would have taught me my lesson with these diffs. Yeah, this is the G80, just like George had. Oh goodness, I didn't want to have to spend money. I'm pushing almost 600 of the wheels on this heavy thing. So no big chunks out of the transfer case, but check this out. It's like a chia pet. Trans fluid, not red anymore. All right, so it's nice to see the two-wheel drive. There's like another 10 inches of output shaft here. So we can actually use this for a guide to cut it off flush with. So that'll work out good. And when you know there's an oil leak on your vehicle, don't keep driving it, because it's messy to work on when you finally do it. Got some cool metal flake.
That looks like a bass boat paint job, so it's pretty thick.
We'll drop it out now. They're a little bit tighter than what we need. That'll be perfect. Nick Williams, 103, replacing that puny little 90. I'll pull this off and show you the opening of the snout on the supercharger and how it's opened up big for that throttle body. I pulled it out, but this seal was just folded over. You can see right there's a little bit of a pinch mark. These are the original 217,000 mile valve covers. So we want to take care of, you know, the little bit of oil leak that I had, a few other just like maintenance things that just get overlooked because I never get to work on my own vehicle.
All right, guys, we made our first pull, and that has a couple of the older pulls. So LAZ made 564 before, and we just made a pull at 524, and then it started to belt slip real bad. So we're sitting here adapting and overcoming. We have 3 different belt sizes. We took a belt off, and now we're taking that idler off, trying to make a larger idler work. Looks like something like a 70 to a 90 or a 78 to a 90, something like that, but it's not gonna work yet. We need a pedestal. All right, so we have a pedestal on that guy right there. We'll be able to make that work. We had to get a couple washers to get behind that idler. Should be able to make that work, that 90 millimeter. Given that we can't get very many belts that quickly at the moment because we're a couple of hours before the event, and George's truck just got here. You're gonna swap out that diff right there. So George is working on that. We're working on this, trying to make some power. is on 93 octane in third gear. Last time that was on E85. We're definitely on the way to making quite a bit more power, so I'm definitely pumped with that. Doesn't look like it, bud.
I'm still trying to get one. And it's got a squeaky idler.
Spartan, take that one. Spartan. All right, so what we got here, Rodney's got a bent axle. Let's see if we can give her a little turning test. She's kind of, oh, yeah, she's in a bind there about. All right, well, yeah, it's pretty bent. But what we have over here is a brand new used junkyard rear end. I was over picking up Rodney from the Freedom Factory. The guys went ahead and got this baby welded up for us. Hopefully she holds, but we're gonna get this thing swapped out as fast as we can so we can get ready to go do some burnouts. So let's give Rodney a once over. Let's see what everything's looking like in here. Don't forget the tie rod.
Oil cooler's looking, oh yeah, we gotta get us a tie rod too because that baby snapped clean off. Oh, a little greasy. But yeah, 50 bucks right there, O'Reilly's. A little bit of oil leaking down here. I don't think there's any other damage besides that. I could probably tie that out of the way. That's an oil line. No damage. A little bit of Indianapolis concrete right there. Brought that as a souvenir. That's new, but you know, no big deal. Dang, dude, Rodney is really just a certified ripper. Oh, there we go. That's where it did the old 180. Very proud of you, Rodney. Very proud. Poor guy.
It was pretty awesome to see everybody pitch in. Many of these guys we'd never even met before donated their time in order to be able to make everything work.
Try number 3 on the belt. Had to change some stuff around. We're ready to rip. Laz is gonna give this thing a pull. That's pretty good, man. Bro, you're gonna make 640, seriously. That is sick. Let's throw some E in it, man. Definitely made a couple more pounds of boost. Decent air fuel. I think it probably knocked a little bit. I was watching it up on the top end. I did see it probably puff a little bit, but we'll check that out. All right, so we're gonna make some adjustments here and get this thing all done and tuned up. All right. You know, somehow we always get stuff done in the last moment, dude. So it's about 5 o'clock. Our event starts about 6:30. Woo! Rodney is ready to rip. Hey, you wore the perfect shirt for today, bud. All right, so meanwhile they've been working on that. We're trying to get this truck all done up. Now LAZ is right about, I want to say, 38 to 40% E. We're running right about the ragged edge of what his fuel system can run. Woo, 618 and we're leaning out. Woo. Yeah, we're gonna have to add some serious fuel to this thing to be able to make this thing work. Definitely have a little bit of a pressure drop right there, but we got plenty of room left in the duty cycle of the injector, so we're gonna make this work. All right, guys, we just did a pull right there. We're still leaning out a bit right there. 631 wheel horsepower on LAZ's truck. And we are just about, we're having too much of our pressure drop. LAZ has a return style fuel system. Everybody else is over at the track, all ready to go. It is 6:23. I'm supposed to be there at 6:30, and I got a bunch of other stuff I got to take care of. So this is the last ditch hope, trying to get LAZ's truck up and running, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get it taken care of.
Enjoy this moment. Have fun, and join brothers as we get to embark on the journey of something that most of us have never done in our lives before.
Horsepower, and I don't know if that means anything to you. There's a pit entrance.
Just where has God challenged you? And I want you to remember this moment. Remember where you were at before you started this semester.
He's gone 1050s, and I think we've probably been about 11.0 basically. So we'll see how she goes. He's got a 7-second S2000 with a 5.3. He had gosh, dude. He had one of the fastest C7s in the country that we had done a bunch of work with.
Your earpiece maybe out of your.
He can make anything fast. Dude, hop in, man. I did not think we were going to beat the C8, bro. That's a fast one, too. That's not just a stock C8.
When I was a kid, I used to come up here with my buddy. He had a Cougar XR7. And
Yeah.
He put a 427 police interceptor in.
Yeah.
And we used to come down here on, I think it was Friday nights at the time.
This should be like a 10.3, 10.4, but that car goes 1050s. That car is fast.
Yeah. And you had a lot of weight in it. Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna run Emilio, okay? Okay, we're doing a roll on this one, okay? So the only way he can actually put down the power is if we're going at speed. He's got a turbo, we got a turbo. You'll hear it and his will start to spool up and make a ton of noise.
questions for you, sir.
Well, fellas, Emilio and I are definitely gonna have a rematch. Got to get him some drag radials, and we'll try and do that again. I think the cars should be much more evenly matched. However, this event was an absolute awesome success. All these guys, being able to take them out and do some things that they've never experienced or haven't experienced in a long time, or just trying a different flavor of stuff. Serving is a big thing with this group and this community. It is so much better to give than to receive. I look forward to sharing so much more of this event with you guys. It has been absolutely awesome. So guys, wanted to leave you with this thought right here. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. And a song I wanted to recommend here is actually by the band Rev Theory, and it's called Light It Up. God bless you guys. See you next episode. I love how Tori just throws herself in there.